Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Persona 3 Portable. And we are starting from floor 114, which was the highest floor of block 3. And we're finally going to start block 4. Now, for those that either didn't watch the end of the last video or do not remember, our goals is to reach the top floor we can, which is 139. We need to be level 42. We need to rescue 3 people, one of which is one of our social links. And we have 4, 5, 6, 7 requests. 2 new enemies. The ill-fated Mayas are weak to lightning, while the big one in the background, I didn't see his name, I'll move too quick, is weak to light. So obviously I'm not sure at this point what the weaknesses is, so I am wasting time waiting for Fuka to tell me that these guys are weak to lightning and wind. The other one we find out is weak to Hama skills. So now, enemies that we are looking for right now is we are looking for gold shadows for a silver medal. Then we also want 3 Hakaru Mushias, which will drop gold handguards. Those are red shadows. And then when we get to floor 118, we need the request to make the rare weapon that spawns in rare chests that are only on floor 118, 128, and 132 to get request 70. When we get to about floor 126, we need to have request 33 to kill elegant mothers, which will drop Empress mirrors. And that is the request that, other than getting to the top floor and getting old document 6 that we care about, the last 2 remaining ones are to make some personas. Alright, so we got blue sigils here. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, these guys are weak to darkness skills. So Koromaru is very good here. Yep. So, because Koromaru is fire and dark. Let's see. Now the fusions that we need to make for challenges, request 36, make a black frost. I can already make that now that we can do cross fusions. It's just a matter of getting money. And then when we level up to level 42, which actually is going to be my next level up, we can make a Grim Kala after we've made a black frost. And that's all requests that we need to do. Alright, so another one of these tanks, even though it's different from one we faced before, almost every tank enemy is weak to lightning. There are a few variations that are not, but for the most part, you run into a tank, shock it. Now, because it's been hit with shock, we are able to get near guaranteed crits, so we don't actually get the weakness, but it is strictly weak to lightning. It actually will block strike and pierce. So if you don't have lightning, you can slash it. And you can use, I think, just about any other element on it. But it is specifically weak to lightning. And since I am pretty desperate for money right now, I am focusing on money and swords. Specifically, money so that I can make my fusions, because I need that money now, not after I get out of Tartarus. Alright, here is a gold shadow. These are opulent hands. They spawn all throughout this block, not just up to floor 139, all the way to the top of this block, which is 163. I've already killed quite a few of them. As soon as I got that, I went ahead, as soon as I found a teleporter, backed out and came to the Velvet Rune to turn that in so that I could get the request for the rare weapon from the rare chest, because we're coming close to floor 118. And what my strategy was is generally what I do whenever I get these requests for the rare weapons is if floor 118 had a access point so I could come back to the first floor, I would search the entire floor, use the access point to come back down, go back up to floor 18, and rinse and repeat until either I found a rare chest or there was no access point, and then continue going up to 128, which would have the next chance of getting the chest. Rinse, repeat. If I can't do 128 because there's no access point, no rare chest, then go up to 132. If I can't get it on that visit to 132 and I make it to the top, then I just got to repeatedly check those 3 floors, go through the tower until I get the rare chest. So I have leveled up quite a few levels, so we have quite a few personas we can make now. So we are level what, we're like 42, 43 right now. I remember we made quite a few personas here. So we got a Rangda, which is a magician type. Now here's one thing that I found very, very interesting at this point of the game. Whenever I get to the first mini boss, we need ice, and I go to get the highest level persona that has a multi-targeting ice spell. That's King Frost, which is level 33. So we're not getting anything that does ice damage right now. We're getting a lot of wind and fire. Anyway, here is Vasuki. At least this one has wind and light. Hello, Zoe. It is early to be begging for treats. You've still got 30 minutes before treat time. Alright, so we got a couple more that we can make right now. With us being level 41, we're not quite ready to make Grim Kala. But let me see. Let's go ahead and register Thoth. Go ahead and register this one. Sure, we'll go ahead and register Ragna. Alright, so what we got here? Just checking to see what we got on this one. Do I want to keep? I think I want to replace. Okay, we should have enough money to be able to make Black Frost. So we need every Jack. We need Pyro Jack. We need Jack Frost. We need King Frost. We also need Queen Mab. I was like, what's one in Lovers that I need? It's Queen Mab. So King Frost is Emperor, which I was thinking in the back of my mind, I think it's Emperor, but let me look, and I didn't see it, and I'm like, okay, Emperor, there he is. So we got enough to be able to make Black Frost. And Black Frost ended up being the GOAT for how long I had him. But yeah, if you actually have the combination to make something for one of these special fusions, when you go into fuse, Igor is going to say something about it. So kind of giving you a hint that you can make a special fusion right now. Anyway, we only have level 5. Alright. Now I made sure that I got Black Frost to get some stuff that I actually wanted. So he's got darkness, he's got fire, he's got ice. He's going to be pretty good. Looking at what I want to do here. So decreases all. I guess we can get rid of Sharp Student. Okay, I definitely don't want this skill. Trafuri is absolutely worthless to me. Generally, the only time I run from battles is if I've completely explored the floor, but I haven't gotten a challenge, so I'm looking for something specific. And generally, it takes me maybe 1 or 2 attempts to run, so don't care. Alright, so when we hit level 42, we can make Grim Kala. Let me see about requests now. Alright, we'll grab the request for Black Frost since we did that. Baseball jersey is a costume for Ken, which will actually be his best armor right now, so we're going to put that on Ken. I believe we, for the other request for the silver medal, we got a bone, which is Koromaru's joke weapon. We already have better weapons. So now that we have done that one, we're going to get this request for this weapon. And these enemies, these are weak to wind. I believe we fought them during the last full moon. If not, they were something we fought near the end of the last block. But I do think we fought them during the last full moon. Actually, no, last full moon we just fought the boss. So we may have fought them before. But yeah, they're weak to wind, very easy. Kill, kill, kill. You see we've kind of switched our team around a little bit. Right. So, no money, no cards, so grab that for some XP. Alright. Koromaru is about ready to get a multi-targeting fire spell. Nice. And these enemies are weak to, I want to say, they're either weak to Hama or Mudo. I don't remember which. Of course, whenever I'm trying to waste time so that we can find out, I critical everything. But they're definitely, they're weak to either Hama or Mudo. I don't remember which, and we're not going to see here. But it's an instant kill skill. I want to say Mudo. Alright, here is our red shadows here. This is what we're looking for the 3 gold hands. They will dodge physical attacks often. They are weak to Hama and Mudo. So you want to use either or on them to just kill them quickly, because they will, if you're trying to kill them with physical attacks, they have a pretty high dodge rate. So since you survived one, now you get a Hama. And if you survive this, Koromaru's got Mudo. Alright, so I need 3 gold handguards from those. And you gave me 2, so I just need 1 more and we're ready to turn that request in. Of course, since they are red shadows, they are kind of rare, but we do get them before we get to the very top. And as you saw, I reached level 42, so that's done. These enemies, if I'm remembering correctly, are weak to fire. Which means Koromaru would be awesome, but at the time that I'm doing this, I don't remember what they're weak to. And then I see, Koromaru would have killed them. Awesome. Alright, got us back to Koromaru. He doesn't have Ma'aglio yet, so we're just going to have to hit them one at a time, kind of like Junpei. But I believe if I'm remembering correctly, I think it may have been after this fight, Koromaru got up to the next level, so he got Ma'aglio. And then I never fought these enemies again while Koromaru was in the party. Well, it's either a level 4 money card or a persona. Okay. Yep, just like I thought. Level 38, Maraglio. So I found a teleporter. I think at this point I'm at level 118. Didn't find the chest, so I used the teleporter and decided to come back and make Grimcalla. And I'm just going to make sure not to get rid of it until I'm able to get the request to turn that one in. Anyway, here is Dominion. Dominion's going to have Hama skills and I believe healing skills, so pretty good persona. Yeah, there's Hama and Endure Dark. We're going to need that Endure Dark. And it's got Hama Boost skill card, which could be useful if you want to use a lot of Hama skills for instant death. Again, I don't recommend doing that for enemies that are not weak to light because it will just burn through your SP. Alright, so I'm taking a look to see if there's anything that I can make real quick to get that set because that's all that's left. And I don't... No, it's not Vasuki. Taraka I need. Okay, if I get Taraka, then I only need to get 2 personas and I can make Grimcalla. So, perfect. That'll make it cheap enough that I can just buy those 2 and we're done. I will tell you what, this run of Tartarus is as far as I recorded before I had the issues that negated me restarting the game and getting back up to where I was. This run in Tartarus went a lot smoother than the last run because I just was not getting any money cards at all. So I did not have money to buy personas at all to make Black Frost or Grimcalla because the game just decided, oh, you need money and we'll just not give those to you. How about some XP or some healing? Anyway, we need Gur and we need Vetala. Once we have those, we can go back to fuse personas, and of course, when we do that, because we have a combination, Igor says that line right there, that is always your cue that you've got the personas you need to make something special. And Grimcalla. No begging now. Still not time. Alright, so once we have turned in one of our other requests, we will grab the request for making this one. We didn't have to give him anything special, we just needed to make one. Same with Black Frost. Didn't need to have anything special, just needed to make one. Alright, so this one, as you see, is very physical, and Virus Breath can be an interesting skill. It is an almighty skill that has a chance of poisoning multiple targets, so they do not have resistances to Virus Breath. Alright, Cleave turn to Growth 1, I'll take it. Alright, we got Mamudon, so that's a much more likely to succeed instant death skill. So taking a look to see what I would like to get rid of, I think that will work. And if we got enough to go one more level, we can get Survive Light, which we will need since he is weak to light. Perfect. And with Survive Light. Now, where do I want to put Survive Light on? I definitely want to keep it because it... Well, that one, I don't really go anywhere on New Moon, so that's not useful. Alright. Let's see. I think that's everything we can make at level 42. And I can't turn in any requests. Okay, so I went back to Bick went back and immediately got a floor that was filled with nothing with gold shadows, and the first one I found had a rare chest that gave me the weapon that we need for 118. So I found a teleporter, came back down, turn in that request. That is actually a good weapon for Junpei right now, so unless you have something better, probably put that on him. And what was our reward here? Okay, some gems. All right. So now that we have turned in that, we can finally grab the request for making Grim Kala, and we can instantly turn that in, and then we can get the request for the Empress mirrors, which again, we will not start running into those shadows until floor 126. Alright, so he gives us an item to allow us to make a persona later on. Okay, so let's grab, where is it? They retrieve 5 Empress mirrors. Alright, done here. Alright, so we are on floor 120. You definitely want to rescue the person on this floor because it is Bunkichi from your Hierophant social link. You cannot complete Hierophant. If you have not already completed it, you will not be able to complete it if you do not rescue Bunkichi. So absolutely you have to get him. If you have completed Hierophant and you don't care about rescuing everyone, don't care about the rewards for rescuing everyone, sure, leave Bunkichi to die. Anyway, we are now level 43. So we can make a succubus. We have 3 personas we can make at level 43. Succubus is one of them. I'm beholding something. Maybe not your power, but I'm beholding something. I don't know. I mean, I can see your ribs. Eat a hamburger or something. I like them. I like them thin, but I don't like skeletons. Anyway, okay, got to level 48, so we get no light. So the question is, what do I want to get rid of? I don't really need Endure Dark because I know Dark anyway, so let's just get rid of Endure Dark, and now she has no weakness. She can't be instantly killed, so cool. Alright, so we can make the succubus. We can also make... am I going to get rid of the succubus already? Nope, there he is. No, that's level 44. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. 43. I don't want succubus. I do know how to make the other one here in just a minute. Or one of the other ones. And then I'm... Okay, there it is. Come on, kitten. I kind of was like, I don't want to give up Thoth, but I kind of have no choice because Thoth was one of my best personas for this run up to this point, but I ended up having to give him up to make a new persona that I'm not actually going to use in battle. Now, the last persona we can make, we're going to have to purchase some personas. Because it can only be made in triangles, it looks like. So after we let this one grow. Alright, gigantic fist. Cool. Yeah, we can get rid of Swift Strike. Meow meow. You just gave me Counter-Strike. Why are you trying to get rid of it? That is one that I do want to keep. Pick another skill that I don't care about. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at what all I need, or what I have for what I need. We did have one of the personas that we need for this last one. We need another Thoth. And was it Vasuki we had? Or was it... Oh, we had 2 of them. Vasuki, Liancidi, and Thoth make Quetzalcoatl. Alright, so this one's going to be Wind Elemental. Cool, cool. That is the last persona we can make until we level up. Not exactly what I imagine Quetzalcoatl looking like, but okay. Especially if you watch Dragon Maid. Seems to be missing something. Anyway. Okay, that is all the personas, and of course, since we got Quetzalcoatl, we don't have... well, we do have Sun, but we don't have very many ranks. And yes, I know we've been kind of ignoring Sun. Like I said, we're focusing down Moon, because if we don't get it soon, we just don't get it. Alright, so... what am I doing right here? Okay, I'm trying to get rid of some of my lower levels to make some better personas. That's what I'm doing. And since Thoth was so good when going up to the tower to this point, I definitely wanted another. And I didn't even use him because I went in with a different team and they covered what Thoth was doing. So I didn't need Thoth anymore. No. You keep wanting to change skills that I want to keep. How about you change skills I don't give a crap about, like Infuriate? Alright, let's see. So I'm sitting there like Black Frost is the lowest level, but do I really want to? Oh, Masuki. Do I really want to? Because, again, Black Frost has been one of my better personas for this floor. So I'm like, do I really want to? And I'm kind of trying to I'm trying to see what all I can get, but it looks like it's pretty much the same skills every time, so I just like, fuck it. And yeah, I kind of regretted this one. No, it's still not treat time, Zoe. Stop begging. I know you want treats right now. You're just gonna have to wait. You'll get treats after I'm done doing the commentary. Yeah. It'll definitely be time for treats at that time. So you can stop begging and just be patient. Okay, I think I'm done. I mean, unless I absolutely wanted to make some more lower levels, but I didn't. Alright, so... Alright, we are at the floor for the first mini-boss, and this is where I learned that we do not have a persona that does a multi-targeting ice skill any newer than King Frost. Yeah, we got 3 of these tanks. You think because of the past bunch of tanks we fought that they're weak to lightning. No, they know lightning, they know fire. They have no weakness or resistance to wind. They are strong versus all physical attacks. They know light and dark, but they are weak to ice. So yeah, Mitsuru would have been awesome, but I need to get... Mitsuru's a little too high level right now, which is why I didn't bring her, which is why we're going with this setup. These are my lowest levels. Oh, great. We got Distress. So let us use a Mipatra gem to get rid of that. I don't need no critical hits. Because especially... Ooh, okay. That is good job, Koromaru. So we can hit them with wind. It won't do much because they have a lot of defense, but at least they don't resist it or anything. And hit them with ice again, and this should actually finish the fight. I'm hoping. Alright, so that's the first of 2 mini-bosses on this block. Or at least this half of the block. Alright, come back. we have finished a request. Yes, we have. We got the 3 gold handguards. We finally got another one of those enemies. Alright, what we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Metal frame. Oh. This is Shinjiro's joke weapon. School bus sign. Unfortunately, the guillotine axe that he got for the previous request we turned in is better. So, nope, not putting that on. That is a good persona, but I can't make that yet. Yeah, at this point, the only thing I really have left to do is to get that that document. So, grab that. So all we need to do is Empress Mirrors, which I haven't even run into the enemy that drops them yet, and the document, and we're good. I'm not sure if I've seen some... Well, no, I'm having to scan them, so we are finally getting new shadows. I was wrong. I was like, they're either weak to fire or ice. I couldn't remember which, but it's fire. And of course, Koromaru just went. So, yay. Sikkim-kin. Oh, critical hit. Can you do it again? No, you're just gonna fucking miss. Alright, give that one a death. Thank you. Oh, me go. Okay, that way we just don't have Koromaru kill them. I see how it is. Or set them on fire. So I'm not gonna waste the SP. And critical from Koromaru. Scratch him, please. Alright, so these are the enemies that drop the Empress Mirrors that we're looking for. So we need 5 of those items from these. They're a lot more common than the enemies in the last block that I had to actually go through the tower twice, or through the Tartarus twice to get enough. So we will get this request done pretty quick. But as you see, they're weak to lightning. No, still not time for treats. Alright. Ooh, you're tempting me with death. I accept death. Alright, Empress Mirror. Several times going through here after going back to turn in requests, I did get rooms with nothing but gold shadows. In those rooms, I was getting level 9 money cards and level 8 weapon cards. Definitely would recommend getting weapon cards because I did grab a couple and I got basically, I think, 1 or 2 full moons weapons for some characters. So I won't need to buy weapons for a little bit for them. Alright, so very obvious what this one is weak to. My initial instinct is this thing is weak to ice, but then I'm also like, well, sometimes the fire enemies are weak to wind, so I was going to wait for the scan to tell me what to use. But my initial instinct was right. They're weak to wind, or ice. So, but we weakened them with physical anyway, so no biggie. I think that's one of the shadows, if I'm remembering correct. Nope, we got one more. Yeah, these in the front. Oh, what were they weak to? I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember what they were weak to, and I remembered what they were weak to. Okay, they're weak to ice. I almost said fire, and I almost said wind. I was like, no, I don't think it's fire or wind. It was ice. Alright. Stop begging. You get your treats soon enough. I know you know it's almost time. Just be patient. Alright, so we have our second person to find. This is floor 131. And there they are. Just a random person. But go ahead and get them. We're going to go back. And I believe at this point, I'm going to be making either some personas or turning in a request. Okay, not turning in requests. We haven't gotten enough of those items yet. I kind of went through just to see. Okay, I did grab it, right? Yeah, I did grab it. Okay, so I don't have 5. I probably at this point have 3 or 4. And we have leveled up quite a bit, so we can make a fair few personas right now, because we're level 46 now, and we did level 43 last time. Now, if you remember, last Tartarus run, we had that mistake that made Ossi. That's one that we would be able to make now if it wasn't a mistake. There's the other two 42s, Karuma Tengu and Okunu. This one right here. Okuninushi. I probably butchered that. I apologize. I don't know. So those are the level 44s we can make. Can't remember if I'm at level 45 or 46. I need to take a look as soon as we see that, because I know we gained at least 2 levels, possibly 3, since the last time we came down here. Alright, so this is a temperance. Okay, now that one is done. Okay, we're level 46, so we can make there. We already have OC. We just made that one. So Karuma Tenga, we have 2 level 45s, and there's Karuma Tenga that finishes 44. There are 2 45s and 2 46s we can make. So 4. So all in all, 6 personas we had to make, because during a mistake we got one that we would be making now anyway. And this is a hermit persona. We're close to done with hermit, so we should get quite a few levels with this one. Definitely want that growth 2 so it can level up. I honestly don't know if growth 2 and growth 1 stack, but I'm going to get rid of growth 1 as soon as I can. You still got a few minutes before treat time. Alright, so we'll get rid of growth 1. And if we get to level... Nope, we're not getting to level 50. That was it. Alright. So that's all the 44s. We have 2 level 45s. Mott is a good one. Mott is usually going to have mood-on skills. So very, very useful, especially if you're running into a lot of shadows weak to darkness. Which, the first half of this run I was. Second half, not so much. Alright, so as you can see, he basically has instant death and then conditions, and instant death to conditions. Well, there's Kingu, which is a level 46, but I don't want to get rid of Mott, so we'll make this one. Narashima, you're just going to have to wait. You will get treats after I'm done. Be patient. Alright, so as you see, this one's more of a physical with some conditional skills. Alright, so Herculean Strike. Power Charge is a useful skill. Let me get Counter Strike. And that's as far as we can get him because we haven't finished off Koromaru. Alright, well, there's Lechis. We're definitely going to want to get this one. Because it will be required for a persona we'll be making later. Not in this video, but... Alright, let's see. Nothing I can make there. Nope. 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 Okay, so we're gonna have to get some personas to make these. So, first thing I'm looking at is making a Kingu. There's a couple of triangles, but there's quite a few just regular fusions. So, but a lot of these regular fusions require personas I don't have yet. Taking a look. Okay, so we'll get Oribus. And I should have Clotho. Yep, there we go. That can make a Kingu. And now I'm kind of thinking about it. Did I make this other one? Or did I forget about it? No, I did make Narashima. Okay. So Kingu. This will be the last new persona we can make. Alright. So the useful thing about this one is it's going to be a good healing persona. Medea Rama will essentially just about heal any of my characters to full. Null's Poison has Virus Breath. Not the most useful persona, but pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so that's everything we can do right now until we turn in requests. Alright, we are now at the second mini-boss chamber. This is floor 135. We have one enemy for here. It is strong versus slash and pierce, nullifies strike. It is strong versus fire, nullifies light and dark. So essentially you want to use ice, electricity, and wind on this thing. So we have... So let me change my persona. No. Yeah, you'll work. That's wind. Especially since we have Gaiadine, which is the strongest wind spell. Of course you dodge. Now this enemy uses strike attack, Mara Agadine, which is the heaviest fire to all foes, Haman, which is a 40% chance of instant death via light, Megalodonia, which does heavy almighty damage to all, Evil Touch puts fear, 40% chance to one target, Ghostly Wail instantly kills any foe who is under the effect of fear. And Fear Boost boosts the odds by 50%. So instead of 40% chance to instill fear, 80. No, more like 60. So here's Megalodonia. That hurt. And really the only one that can heal the whole party is me. And if you're wondering why I'm using physical attacks with Shinjiro, he does not use magic. He is a physical attacker and cannot use his axe because that is strike damage. Oh, I was going to heal, but I know he gets a turn after this, and I'm hoping that with this all-out attack we kill it. So I'm banking on killing it with this. I banked wrong. Oh! Okay, Shinji's still alive. Good. Evil Touch. Okay, so... Ooh, Shinji. So, I wanted to use an item that was going to heal the whole party. No, I know it's time for treats, but you're just going to have to wait. I wanted to use an item that was going to heal the whole party, but I didn't seem to have one, so let's just heal Shinji a bit. Mitsuru, I need you to make Akihiko not be afraid anymore, if you would. I would rather not use a Mipatra, but I don't really have anything else. Shit. I'm kind of hoping on a kill, and he dodged. Okay. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but I'm gonna have to. I have to. So, Ghostly Whale. Oh, Homunculus, thank you. I had a couple of those. But that also gets rid of the fear. Alright. Let's kill this bitch.
Alright, let's kick some ass.
Alright, this should do it. And yeah, you may notice that Shinji does not have very many skills. I will explain why later. Not this video. Those who know the story probably know why. But for those that don't, later. Alright, so that completes that mini boss. All that we have left is just to get to the top floor. There is one more person to rescue, and we still need to get one or two Empress Mirrors. And we'll get both of those before we get to the top. In fact, we got the Empress Mirrors now. And we're also level 47 now. Level 47, we can make 2 personas. Parvati here. And I'm hoping that I can just make this next one because wait. I will give you treats in just a couple of minutes. I'm almost done. Alright, so once we make that, now we need to see if I can make this other persona now, because this next persona is one of those that kind of can require 3 if we can't make it now. Nope, we're gonna have to get the 3. So I'm looking to see. We might be able to do this. Now we're checking the 3s, and there it is. There he is. Alright, Hokuto Sikun. That is all the personas we can make right now. And we are not going to gain any more levels on this run, so that is all the personas we can make. So all we have left to do is turn in the request 33 for the Empress Mirrors, get our reward, and rescue our last survivor, and get to the top floor, and turn in the old document 6. You are such a baby. Now you're going to try and get your treat yourself? You can't get that high. Haha. Yes, I know you're getting impatient. You are just... You keep acting like a bad girl, you don't get treats. Yeah. If you're going to be a bad girl, you don't get rewarded for that. Sit. I know you're not a dog, but still, sit. Yeah, as you can see, I kind of need to get some personas. Unfortunately, we're not going to get too many, because we're almost done. Oh, I didn't even show getting the last person. I thought we did. Oh, well, here is the old document. We're just going to go back. The last person was on floor 137. So it was after the last mini-boss. Probably the last time I went to the Velvet Room was after I got him. So, alright, so we're going to turn in that request, get our reward, and that will do it for this video of Persona 3 Portable. For our reward, we get what? Knowledge is power. We got 5 beads. Those are healing items. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and we will get ready for the full moon operation in the next video. See you guys then.